Good evening and many thanks for joining us. You're watching QTV Nightly News coming to you from our studios on Caraba Avenue. First, here are main news headlines. President Barrow, as chairman of the Gambia River Basin Development Organization, OMVG, earlier today hosted the 11th ordinary session of the OMVG heads of state and government. The government of the Gambia, through the Ministry of Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology, has awarded full scholarships to 18 lecturers to pursue PhD and master's degrees. And the mayor of Kanifing Municipality has inaugurated the municipality's EU-funded multipurpose library complex. The United Nations Population Fund has carried out training for security sector personnel to strengthen their capacity to prevent and respond effectively to gender-based violence cases. Stay tuned as we bring you more on these and other stories. And now here's the news in detail with me, Ansmane Sonyase. Now, in a historic gathering of regional leaders, His Excellency President Adama Barrow, chairman of the Gambia River Basin Development Organization, OMVG, earlier today hosted the 11th session of the OMVG Heads of State and Government Conference at the Sir Dawda Kairaba Jawara International Conference Center in Bijilo. Usman Jata attended the event and he brings us the details in this report.
It was a vibrant convergence reaffirming the Gambia's commitment to regional integration and sustainable socio-economic development. OMVG member states, the Gambia, Guinea, Senegal and Guinea-Bissau converged to renew the leadership of the OMVG's highest decision-making bodies and the management of the Sambangalo Dam and the power transmission networks. Addressing the meeting, President Adama Barrow, chairman of the OMVG, paid homage to the founding fathers of the organization and further emphasized the importance of the conference.
Sidat Senghor, Dawda Kairaba Jawara, Ahmed Sekou Touré, and Nino Vier live on as we build on their efforts for sub-regional cooperation and integration. To convey the summit, noting that the electricity interconnection line for the 4 member countries is 99% complete. In addition, the construction of the Sambangalo hydroelectric dam is in high gear.
Founded in 1978, the OMVG plays a crucial role in promoting regional integration and addressing the shared challenges of energy access, agriculture, environmental conservation, and socio-economic development. President Barrow further commended the progress of the organization's ongoing energy projects, calling for increased technical and financial assistance from partners.
As outgoing chairman of the Council of the Heads of States, I draw attention to the huge amount of areas owned by member countries. Our economic challenges are obvious, but we must demonstrate more commitment to the OMVG. The organization has come a long way for us to let it fail. Crucially, its success will always have a positive impact on our economic performance.
In his presentation, the OMVG chairman of the Council of Ministers, Malam Sambu, gave a background on the signing and implementation of the Sambangalo Dam. He also highlighted the achievements and the financial challenges in trying to implement key development programs due to pending contributions of member states. Among the key highlights of the conference was the signing of the 3 crucial conventions on the legal status of the Gambia, Koliba, Kurubel, and Kayanga-Jiba river basins and the Convention on the Terms and Conditions for Financing OMVG Common Works. The agreement paved the way for future joint investments and a stronger regional framework to address environmental challenges while promoting economic growth. Key projects of the OMVG include the development of hydropower plants like the Sambangalo and the Kaleta dams and the interconnection of power grids to enhance energy access across member states. Located in Senegal, the Sambangalo Dam project entails the construction of a gravity dam with a 128 megawatts capacity and a 3.38 kilometer reservoir. The OMVG's power transmission network serves as a vital link between the OMVG nations, ensuring that energy is efficiently shared across borders to foster greater regional integration and collaboration. In 2021, President Barrow commissioned the Soma OMVG substation with an overall generation capacity of 225 to 30 kilovolt. The high-profile meeting is a testament to the shared vision of the leaders who are committed to creating a brighter and more connected future for their people. Osman Chata reporting for QTV News.
Now, the government of the Gambia, through the Ministry of Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology, at an event at the ministry's office in Bijilo, on Friday announced the award of full scholarships to 18 lecturers to pursue PhD and master's degrees. Bakaba Suso witnessed the ceremony, and this is his report.
As part of new initiatives to build the capacity of personnel in the higher education sector, to ensure they provide high-level, quality education, the Ministry of Higher Education has curated a life-changing opportunities for these awardees. They will pursue their PhDs and master's programs at the Obafemi Awolowo University in Osun State in Nigeria. The Higher Education Minister, Professor Pierre Gomez, in his remarks, says this landmark achievement is part of his ministry's plans to develop and align the higher education sector with international standards.
A well-trained and empowered faculty is the heartbeat of any university. By investing in their professional growth, we equip them with the tools to conduct cutting-edge research, deliver quality teaching, and engage meaningfully with the global academic community. This program represents a step forward in aligning our universities with international standards while addressing the unique needs of the Gambia's development agenda.
Professor Gomez congratulated and urged recipients of the scholarship award to deliver excellence in their studies.
When you go, you deliver. When you go, you know that you are representing a great nation called the Gambia, so that you have no option than to deliver, that you have no option than to command with flying colors. That's the message.
The Higher Education Minister also acknowledges support of President Barrow and partners in transforming the education sector. Lamin B.T. Sanyang delivered the vote of thanks on behalf of the recipients.
I think I can safely say we will not fail. We will do our utmost because we have the foundation and the knowledge and the motivation and the drive to change this nation for the better.
Here is Abubakar Jallo on behalf of heads of the tertiary institutions.
Scholarships that would help train our human resource to be able to respond to the transformation agenda that has been set by the Ministry of Higher Education, where we are being transformed into universities, and other universities, that's the University of the Gambia that was in existence, is also being strengthened.
These 18 lecturers from the University of Education and the University of the Gambia will receive a monthly stipend of $500 to $800 while pursuing their PhDs and master's degrees in biology, mathematics, history, English language, literature, molecular biology, curriculum studies, educational planning, and physics, among other subjects. For QTV News, Pakaba Suso.
Hundreds gathered in Kanifing South for the inauguration of the multi-million-dollar C. Kanifing Municipality Library funded by the European Union. Julian Jai attended the event and Sina reports.
Thursday's event, organized by the Kanifing Environmental Transformation Program, KEP, was not just another day in the municipality. It witnessed the grand unveiling of the multi-million-dollar C library complex, a testament to the municipality's commitment to education and progress. The facilities at the library include a community arts and display center, a science lab, an internet cafe, a digital library and browsing bookstore, a server, children's and adults library, repair cafe tool library, local language section, and a public information office, among other facilities. Parset Sisi, the Chief Executive Officer of the Kanifing Municipal Council, extends thanks and appreciation to the EU for providing the financial support to make this dream a reality. Mr. Cisse says the library will serve as a vital community hub where people from all walks of life can come together, share ideas and learn.
It will ensure that resources and services are accessible to all, regardless of social economic background, age, ethnicity, or physical ability.
The inauguration of the Knowledge Hub is more than a library. It is the symbol of unity, progress, and the boundless possibilities that education brings. Aliu Nyang, Project Director of KEP, and Immaculada Roca I. Cortez, the EU Ambassador to the Gambia, respectively, say the library is a commitment to fostering learning, promoting literacy, and empowering Kanifing municipality residents.
It's over 3 million euros that comes from the EU and 157,000 euros co-financing from KMC. We were tasked to do different components, and today one of those components that we are finalizing is the municipal library.
Well, let it symbolize not just the opening of a building, but the opening of minds and hearts. Let us commit to making this library a cornerstone of the Kanifing community, a place where knowledge is shared and dreams are nurtured.
Talib Ahmed Bensouda, the KMC mayor, says the library is more than bricks and books and gives an account of his own experiences.
Growing up in Kanifing, I often found myself searching for a quiet place to study after school hours. I vividly remember using one of the University of the Gambia schools at the Pipeline area, and that helped me improve my accounting skills. Before I entered that school, I had a D grade in accounting, and after just a few months of some quiet study, I became an A-star student, proving how access to a conducive learning environment can shape one's future.
Mayor Bensouda also highlights that the library caters for those who wish to learn Fula and Mandinka.
It will boast a local language section. Those who are interested in learning the Manding literary standard, Unko, this library will offer those teachings. For those interested in learning the Fulani local language of Adlam, this library will offer these teachings.
As an energetic individual proudly gripped the Gambia's flag, its vibrant, bright colors seem to perfectly reflect the bright future the library complex holds for future users of its services. For QTV News, I am Julden Yai.
And the report there by Julden Jai will lead us to the commercial break, but we will be right back.
The Gambia Maritime Administration, GMA, was established in 2006 as the Government Maritime Regulatory Agency. In this role, GMA monitors, coordinates and regulates all maritime activities within the Gambia jurisdiction, primarily focusing on coastal, port and flag state duties relating to maritime safety and security, protection of marine environment and pollution prevention. Protection of the marine environment and pollution is cardinal to the blue economic governance and ensuring sustainability of the oceans. Promotion of the Gambia's blue economy is one of the important pillars of GMA's strategic objectives, through which it seeks to protect the ocean and other water bodies while ensuring their sustainable use and exploitation. GMA prides itself on adopting best practices in the implementation of its program and policies, and seeks to approach issues relating to the governance of the blue economy in a similar manner. Thus, GMA is inviting you to its Blue Economy Awareness Workshop, the very first and one of its kind to create the necessary level of awareness and to appreciate the opportunities the blue economy can offer to the Gambia.
This is the Gambia Maritime Administration, GMA. We are what we do. Do not be left out. Be part of this very important capacity building event. It is geared towards establishing a formidable stakeholder platform that will harness and promote our blue economy for the socio-economic development of our people. And we are together in this. And together we are strong. Be there with us at Baobab Hotel from 16th to 20th December. Thank you.
Welcome back from that commercial break. Be reminded you're watching QTV Nightly News coming to you from our studios on Caraba Avenue. With me, Ansumana Iswanyase. Now, the United Nations Population Fund on Thursday held training for security sector personnel to strengthen their capacity to prevent and respond effectively to gender-based violence cases. Aisha Dubari reports.
The training is part of a series of activities organized by the United Nations in the Gambia to mark the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence. This training highlights the United Nations' commitment to strengthening the capacities of the Gambia's defense and security sector. It also aims to address critical challenges in tackling sexual and gender-based violence as an essential step towards promoting gender equality and safeguarding human rights. Carl Frederick Paul, the United Nations Resident Coordinator in the Gambia, in his opening remarks, emphasizes on the amount of women suffering from SGBV.
In the Gambia, nearly half of the women aged between 15 and 49 have experienced physical violence at least once in their lives. These numbers are not just statistics. They are stories of pain, of resilience, and there is an urgent need for change. Gender-based violence really and disproportionately affect women and girls, leaving long-lasting social and economic impacts. And for every woman and girl who reports these crimes, there are unlikely to be many more who remain silent or unrecorded or even unreported. Unfortunately, incidents still persist at alarming levels, and the victim needs our support and our protection now more than ever.
Ibrahim Abba, the Assistant Inspector General of Police, highlighted the impact the training will have on the security officers in combating gender-based violence.
Bringing all the security stakeholders or agencies and other major stakeholders together to discuss and exchange ideas geared towards fighting and to completely eradicate gender-based violence is timely and commendable. As law enforcement agents, we occupy a very significant role in the criminal justice system of the Gambia. The same applies to the judiciary and the justice sector. All of us can unite in the elimination of violence against women and girls, making use of existing laws and other legal instruments relative to gender-based violence and violence against women and children.
Mariama Jallo, a female superintendent in the Gambia Police Force, who was among the participants, gave her expectations of the training.
This training will help us a lot, like when we go back. And in this training also, we accept sharing of information because we have different sister forces in this gathering. We have all the security personnel in the country, female officers in this, even male officers. So we expect to see more information. So after this training, we expect to go and share those information, those who are not opportune to attend this training.
It is frequently claimed that due to societal norms, even when reported to them, the security sector has a poor record of handling SGBV cases. As such, this training of security personnel on GBV is a major step towards creating a more informed and responsive system for addressing gender-based violence issues. The training highlights the critical role of law enforcement in protecting survivors and ensuring justice by providing these security personnel with the tools and knowledge to handle GBV cases sensitively and effectively. Aisha Tubari reporting for QTV News.
Now on Thursday, the SOS Children's Village in the Gambia held a consultative meeting with stakeholders on child rights to address child protection issues and to empower communities to ensure safer childhoods. Mam Nabuka attended the meeting and Sina reports.
SOS Children's Village has supported children and young people without parental care in the Gambia since 1982. Through these efforts, they combat harmful events like exploitation, trafficking, sexual violence, physical and psychological abuse. To continue addressing impending issues concerning child rights and protection, concerted efforts from stakeholders at all levels of national development are needed to make progress. This consultative meeting aims to facilitate dialogue among key partners on current child protection issues in the Gambia, identify areas for collaboration, and develop a coordinated approach for future initiatives. Jean-Pierre Kwamin, is the National Director of SOS Children's Village in the Gambia.
We have our line ministry, we have the Ministry of Justice, we have different stakeholders from the government, but we also have CSO organizations coming together to discuss child protection, to see what is being done, where the gaps are, how we can coordinate our interventions to making sure that we optimize the resources and reach the goal of having children and young people protected and seeing their future brighter as they develop in the country.
During the consultative session, discussions will center around strengthening prevention efforts, improving intervention strategies, and fostering inclusivity and respect for children's rights. A key focus will be on families, educators, and communities being better equipped to support children and ensure that their voices are heard. Mari Mosansar, the National Safeguarding Coordinator of SOS Children's Village, emphasized the need to develop actionable solutions.
Today, I encourage you to think critically and creatively about the solutions. Whether you represent a government agency, a non-government organization, or a community group, your perspective is crucial in shaping a comprehensive child protection framework.
Deliberations are set to last for a day, and Jean-Pierre Kwame shares the outcomes they hope to achieve by the end of it.
We basically want to have a kind of roadmap agreed on with the key stakeholders here today, looking at the gaps we will be able to identify, but looking also at the strengths each and every organization is having, how we can optimize the use of our resources so that the impact of our intervention can be coordinated and be more effective for the best interest of children and young people in this country.
The vision of SOS Children's Village remains the same: to ensure that every child grows up with care, protection, and the bonds they need to become their strongest selves. This consultative session is a step forward in ensuring that every Gambian child and youth lives a safe, secure, and fulfilling life. Mam Nabuka, reporting for QTV News.
Now, the Gambia Federation of the Disabled celebrated International Day of Persons with Disabilities in Basse URR. Our reporter Alaji A.F. Jallo attended the celebration and he filed this report.
The Gambia Federation of the Disabled joined the rest of the world to celebrate International Day for Persons with Disabilities under the theme Amplifying the Leadership of Persons with Disabilities for an Inclusive and Sustainable Future. The event kicked off with a colorful march past along the streets of Basse. Principal Magistrate Mohamed Krubali, the chairman of the Federation for the Disabled, highlighted on the significance of the celebration.
That in every year, December 3rd, persons with disabilities from around the globe converge in their respective venues to celebrate persons with disabilities, aligning the fact that persons with disabilities are human beings with inherent dignities, human beings with fundamental human rights and freedoms, and human beings who are supposed to be treated equally on equal basis with others.
Famara Dabo of Child Fund the Gambia expresses delight at being part of the celebration and further calls on partners to join forces to amplify the voices and aspirations of differently abled persons.
We are so happy to be associated with such an important event, which is the celebration of the International Day for Persons with Disabilities. We are happy to be associated with the GFD under the UNFPA funded country program to be able to be part of this very important celebration. Child Fund recently developed what we call our DEI strategy, which is the diversity, exclusion, and equity and inclusion, so that we are able to give every human being the opportunity to play your part and be able to contribute to national development.
Lamin Jaite, the Deputy Governor of URR, thanked the Federation and renewed his office commitment to support the Federation in their crusade.
We'll thank you and welcome you all to the URL. Our doors are also open for any help that you guys need. And I must say also thank you, Child Fund, for giving out these items to Principal Magistrate and his team. Thank you very much.
The annual observance of the International Day of Persons with Disability was proclaimed by the United Nations General Assembly in 1992 and promotes and protects the well-being, rights, dignity, and inclusion of persons with disability in all spheres of society without discrimination. The UN resolution also calls for accessibility for persons with disability, equal opportunities, equality between men and women, and respect for evolving capacities of children, respecting their rights to preserve their dignity. For QTV News, I am Alaji F. Jalo.
And I'm afraid that's all about it for this bulletin. But do join us tomorrow at 8 p.m. for another The Weekend Review with Adedrame Moudumboch and Lamin D. Sonko, our sign language interpreter rather. Until then, on behalf of the entire production team, thanks for watching.